Alright, good afternoon everybody, Colin here with Techout. Today we're going to be installing Beta 2 of all the betas, macOS, iOS, watchOS. Got all the stuff set up here ready to go. All we have to hope is that Apple actually releases the beta today, because nothing is for certain yet, but I wanted to get everything set up and just be streaming in case they do. So I'm going to get a couple things set up here, and we will be as long as the betas come out, they should be releasing here in the next probably 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. Again, that is if they release them today. There is a high probability that they will, but again, there is no set release date, so it could be today, it could be tomorrow. But if they do, we will be installing them right here on stream and checking them out. That way you guys get a first-hand look. You can ask questions. We can check things out together before all the other people upload recorded videos and stuff like that later on today. So again, all this is dependent on the beta release time and date. I'm going to get the camera and everything set up here, and we'll check some things out on the current build, and then I will be, once I get that set up, I'll be right back. Alright, again, for those of you just joining, I am setting up the camera real quick so we can capture this. Again, the time we actually start is dependent on when Apple releases this. If they even release it today, nothing's guaranteed, but there is a high probability that the beta should be coming around out about 1 o'clock Eastern time, which is in about 8 minutes. Sometimes it's about 1:30, just depends. But we are going to be taking a look at beta 1 live, so you guys we can do a little Q&A on that, and we'll do that if the beta does not come out. Give me a few more minutes to finish setting everything up, and I'll be right back. Be live in 1 second, just putting the battery in the camera real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah, Mark, we're expecting beta 2 today, probably here in the next, hopefully like 5-10 minutes. Nothing's guaranteed, but high probability since yesterday was the 2-week mark. Yesterday was a holiday in the US though. So usually Tuesday is the next day we see the beta. Tuesday or Wednesday, but I'm thinking it's going to be today because again, we're at that 2-week mark and this is beta 2. If it were, later on in the cycle, it could be later in the week, but a lot of people are expecting it today. A lot of polls have been run on Twitter, and I would say about 80 to 90% chance that we see it today. I'm getting my camera set up, so we're going to talk about beta 1 here while we wait, and then hopefully we'll see that update here soon. So I'm just getting my camera battery changed and everything so I can connect it. All right. Let's see. Get everything moved in there. Hello everybody in the chat. So yeah, the only real issue I'm having with the beta is beta 1 on the Apple Watch. The battery life is absolutely terrible. I've had my, let me see here. I had my Apple Watch. I charged it last night. Let me see if I can see this in the Watch app. It'd be easier to show you guys than on the. I don't think there's a battery. Yeah, let me see. Let me see when I last charged it to 100%. It was last night. Let's see. Last charge 100% last night at 11:51. So it's been 13 hours. And now keep in mind, about 9, 10 of those 13 hours, the watch was in sleep mode. And we're already down to 66% on the watch. So the watch barely gets 24 hours of battery life. It is like pushing it, and I don't really do much on it. I don't like take phone calls on it. I don't reply to messages on it. It's basically strictly like it pops up a notification and I check the time and stuff like that. And we're struggling just to get 24 hours of battery life on it. Now it does charge pretty quick, so it's not, I can plug it in like an hour before bed and charge it up, but I like to be able to at least get like a day and a half out of it. I don't remember what Apple quotes on the battery life for the Series 8, but yeah, it's pretty bad on beta 1. The phone, my iPhone 14 Pro on beta 1 has been fine. Battery wise, no issues there. So hopefully, beta 2 might make that a little better, but not having not having any specific issues with that battery life wise. Had a couple bugs on the phone. Let me pop into feedback real quick, and I'll show you guys some of the bugs that I have reported. All right, so the top on the high battery drain is for watchOS, and if we pop into that, we can see that there's more than 10 reports for this. So quite a few people have reported that. Let me see if I can get this to focus any better. All right, so high battery drain there for the Apple Watch. We have battery widgets, the text on it overlapped. So right here it had the percentage that the phone was at, and then 100% just popped up over that. So it was like overlapping the percentage for some reason. So I'm not too sure what happened there. Let me see. Let me try to put my camera in 4K real quick and see if that makes a difference. We're gonna lose a little frame rate, but it might be easier to read some of this. Yeah, so that's what happened with that. Next one is the thermostat screen. So I have my thermostat right here. With this open, you can't like swipe it away. and there's no indication up on the top here on how to close it. So you just tap the top and it goes away, but there's no indication that that's how you get rid of the thermostat screen. So I feel like there's supposed to be like a back button or a back arrow or something up there that indicates that, but it's not there. So I think that's just kind of a little bit of a UI bug. Let's see. I'm just checking Twitter real quick to see if anybody's seen anything for iOS yet. Oh, so we got a little update here. Apple has just expanded the self-service repair program to the iPhone 14, M2 13-inch MacBook Air, M2 14-inch, and M2 16-inch MacBook Pro. Another update is you no longer need to call support to get your new part paired. You can now run system configuration yourself. So that's a pretty big update right there. Let me check. Let me pop this up here for you guys. I'll take a look at this real quick while we're waiting on the betas. So this is the official Apple press release right here. We'll go to the we'll go to the store here and we'll see. Alright, so they don't have, there's no iPhone 14 option on here yet. Let me see. Oh, okay, it comes out tomorrow. So you'll be able to get parts for it tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. Self-service repair right there. Let's check on here and see if we have any updates yet. Oh, this is cool. This is a new thing. Sign in with iPhone. Let me try scanning this QR code and see what happens. Sign in with passkey. Okay, let me show. That's what it's brought up. Just hit continue there. Check mark. Okay, and we're in. That was pretty cool. Alright, so it's 1:02. We don't have anything quite yet. Hopefully we do see something today. Let me check on checking Twitter here. I don't see anything yet. If you guys have any questions about anything in beta 1, go ahead and put those in the comments. Got my phone right here so we can go over anything you want to know about beta 1 while we wait on the possible beta 2 launch. And again, for those of you just joining, Apple just released the expansion to the self-repair program for M2 MacBook, the 13-inch M2 MacBook Air, and the 16-inch, 14 and 16-inch M2 MacBook Pros, as well as the iPhone 14. And they also changed it to where you no longer need to call in to pair your part. You can run the configuration utility yourself. So that is a nice update. You don't have to call in and rely on them to do that. you can go ahead and configure it and pair it yourself. Alright, we're still, let's go ahead and we'll check in settings here under software update. Nothing quite yet. Do a refresh on here. Again, nothing quite yet. But this is the poll somebody ran. It's got 1,326 votes. 76% of people say that Beta 2 will come out today. So we're going to give it a few more minutes here. Usually it rolls out between 1 and 1:30 if it's going to come out. So we'll give it a little bit of time here and see if we see anything. All right, I don't know if we're gonna get it today. Some people are saying iOS 16. It was 16 days after Beta 1, so it might be tomorrow. But we're gonna give it probably another 15 or so minutes, and see if anybody starts reporting an update. If not, we'll go ahead and end it, and we will try to do this again tomorrow. I do have an appointment in the morning, so I don't know if I'll be able to live stream the installation. I mean, I'll live stream the installation. I don't know if it'll be right up to the minute though. But let me see here. We'll check in. We'll check in settings again and just see if we have anything yet. But yep, nope, nothing showing up in there yet. So don't know if we will. If we'll be getting it today. Let me check Twitter again and see if anybody is saying anything. Yep, not seeing anything really right now. But like I said, we'll give it about another 15 minutes and see if we get anything yet. Bobby, I don't know. It's either going to be today or tomorrow. We're not too sure yet. There was a high probability of it being today, just because yesterday was the 2 week mark, but it was a holiday. So a lot of people were thinking it was going to be today. They're not going to wait for. They're not going to release beta 2 on the same day as the public beta. It'll be on the same day, but they're not going to wait for the public beta. The public beta is usually based on the previous beta. So when beta 2 comes out, that's usually when the first public beta is going to come out, and it's going to be based on the previous beta. So public beta 1 is going to be, or usually, sorry, public beta 1 is usually beta 2. It's usually one beta behind. That way developers can test the beta. They make sure there's no major bugs in it. And then once it goes through its initial, once beta 1 ends, public beta 1 will start, and that'll be, developer beta 1. Public beta 2 will be developer beta 2, but it'll be after the developer period. So it'll be one beta release behind. Beta 1, public beta 1 will come out when developer beta 2 comes out. Public beta 2 will come out when developer beta 3 comes out, and it'll be based on the last version that's already been tested for a couple weeks. So yeah, some people are saying it might be tomorrow. Some people are saying it might be today. Usually, if it comes out, it would be now, within the past about 10-15 minutes, between 1 and 1:30 Eastern. Usually when it starts rolling out. So we're just waiting to see if we get it today. If not, we'll try this again tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not too sure why they made the developer beta free. I don't know if they're trying to get more testing. That's my thinking on it. Is they're trying to get more people running it, that aren't necessarily app developers, because you still have to pay the $99 for the developer program if you want to have the tools and publish in the App Store and stuff like that. But I think they want more people, actually testing iOS to kind of help with the bugs, because there were a lot of bugs in the first half of iOS 16. So I think they're trying to kind of clean that up and have more bug reports and stuff like that. Yeah, I actually wasn't planning on doing any betas this year. I didn't even have an iPhone. And then I saw they were free, so I put it on both my Macs, and I was like, these are kind of good. And then I started seeing stuff about iOS 17 being pretty stable. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get another 14 Pro, and I'll put it on there. I'm gonna go to about another 10 minutes. I have seen this happen. I have seen it roll out like 145 before, too. So it all just depends. Um, because I mean I've been getting ready to go somewhere at like 2 o'clock before, and it's like just started to roll out right when I was about to leave. So I know it's happened, um, you know, a little bit later than 1 o'clock before. But usually it's between, I would say, 1 and 1:30, and then sometimes it's between 1:30 and 1:45. Just depends. But what I really need is Beta 2 for the watch, because the battery life. I said this at the beginning in the stream, but I don't think there are that many people in here. The battery life on watchOS is terrible. Um, it like barely using my watch is is pushing it to get a day out of it. Like if I charge it before bed and use it for sleep, um, it's like almost near impossible. I'll wake up and it uses like 30% just in an 8 hour sleep in sleep mode. I haven't had any issues with the phone. My phone's been fine. My phone hasn't gotten hot. Battery life's been okay. Performance has been good. I don't think I've had a single crash. I've had like a couple weird like glitches, but nothing. My phone hasn't restarted. Apps haven't crashed. Nothing like that. The only thing I know of is that if you turn on the let me see what it is. The crossfade in music settings. Next time you try to go to music settings, it'll crash. But I have that turned off, so I haven't had, it won't crash unless it's turned on. I haven't tried any of the personal voice setup yet. I saw some stuff on that, and I saw it takes like 15-20 minutes just to get it set up. So I haven't messed with that. But yeah, I was really hoping for beta 2 for watchOS, just to see if it improved the battery life any. Um, Looking at the bug reports on feedback, though, it looks like the high battery drain is um, is a known issue with watchOS. It looks like there's a few reports for it. So that is, I mean, it's to be expected, but still, I think that's the only one of my bug reports that has anything that has other um, feedbacks. Only other bug I had was I had an app icon update in a folder, and when the folder was open, I could see the new icon. When I was just on the home screen with the folder closed, it was showing the old icon, and it would switch back and forth when you open and close the folder. But it looks like after I restarted my phone, that's fixed itself. Looks like it's coming out later. Do you think it's coming out later today or like tomorrow? I mean, if we don't see it in the next like 20 minutes, then I don't think it's going to be today. But like I said, I've seen it come out like usually between 1 and 1:30. If not, then it's usually between by 2 o'clock Eastern time is when it will come out. Yeah, I'm checking Twitter and I'm seeing mixed results. I'm seeing today, tomorrow. Um, but yep, anybody who wasn't paying attention earlier or who wasn't here earlier, Apple did announce an update to the self-service repair program today that goes into effect tomorrow. They will now have stuff for the iPhone 14 series, the MacBook Air M2, the 13-inch, and the M2 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pro. And another update to it is that you no longer have to call or contact them to do a paired part swap. So you don't have to contact them to pair parts anymore. You can now run the configuration utility yourself. So I'm guessing it'll probably be online. Um, like on the self-service repair website or something like that, or you'll get a link or something like that, and you can go on there and do it without actually having to call them or chat with them or anything like that. Yeah, I know they don't have like an official release schedule for it, but it would be nice that they would have something like on the developer website that, like a day or two before maybe, because obviously, like, if they were releasing it today, they would have known that yesterday. The build probably would have been finished, but, um, I don't know how quickly they do that, what the turnaround is. There's people tweeting about how they're waiting for iOS for beta 2. But I don't know, there's still people holding out hope. One of my favorite features in iOS 17 is definitely the one-time passcode, how it automatically deletes after you use it. Because I have a lot of things that send like SMS passcodes and stuff like that, and having to go back into iMessage and delete it after is just like one of those added extra steps. But now after you use it, it automatically deletes. Best thing ever. Because Google has it where it's on Google Messages. I think it'll delete after 24 hours, but just having them there after the fact is just annoying. So like the 24-hour thing, I would still go back and delete it myself anyway. Come on, Apple, just post it. It's funny though, because everybody online thinks the beta is going to come out today, and then 1:30 hits, and all of a sudden, all the people that were saying it was going to come out today are now saying it's going to come out tomorrow. So you never know. I mean, usually Apple, like the WWDC release comes out on Monday, and then usually they start Tuesday releases after that. Sometimes they start Wednesday and then go to Tuesday. Sometimes it's Tuesday, and then every other Tuesday. So it's hard to say. But I just think they usually do it on Tuesday. So I thought that's why it might have been today. Yesterday was a 2 week mark. It was a holiday, so I knew it wasn't going to come out yesterday. And then figured it would be today. All right, I'm gonna check Twitter one more time just to see if anybody has any updates. But yep, I'm not seeing anything. It's 1:31. We haven't got anything yet. Nobody's, there's nothing coming up online. Nothing coming up on over-the-air updates. So it looks like tomorrow is going to be the release day, hopefully. So we'll come back and we'll do this again tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed. I will be doing a live installation again tomorrow. I do have an appointment in the morning, so hopefully I can get back in time to do it when it rolls out. If not, we will just be doing a live install as soon as I get the chance to install it tomorrow. Go ahead and make sure you're subscribed though, so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching. I'm Colin with Techout.